Rev Mel on TalkingSexRadio.com. The topics are naughty and sexy as hell. So now here's Rev Mel.
I'm looking at my cameraman who's laughing at the bumpers. I don't know if that was the drunk one. So welcome back to the Rev Mel Show, sponsored by Talking Sex Radio, logo My Ass Morphine Magazine, the Lear Desaad, the House of Cain, and Dove Glass. So welcome back, and you know what we're going to do? It is time. It is time for Bondage on a Budget with Bondman. So we'll be right back. Enjoy it. Learn something. Thanks.
Hey, what time is it? It's Bondage on a Budget time, and I'm the Bond Man. You know, I've had a lot of people talk to me about something I did on Rev Mel Show on TSR a little while back about using the vacuum cleaner hose and a piece of rope because they just didn't really get it, okay? We're going to use this, but I want to show you that it's all hinged to $245 at least, because I don't think we spend more than $5 on this rope, maybe even less. So $5 to $2 is what this is going to cost you. Well, $1.50 for the middle ring up front. So no more than $5. There you go. I'm the Bond Man. This is Bondage on the Budget.
Welcome back to the Rev Mel Show, and we're all talking about intercourse, paradise, blue balls, Virgin Town, Stonerville, fertility. In fact, I think I'm pretty much familiar with all that sort of stuff. And so my guest here is with Imp. Welcome back, Imp.
Thank you.
So we have somebody in the chat room who has been typing in absurd laws. And what are some of those, little pet?
Lovely Pariah says sexual age of consent is the age of 16.
Really?
And it is illegal to have sex with a truck driver while inside a toll booth.
Oh, shucks!
Told you not to break that one.
I know. I'm going to get arrested in paradise.
And in Pennsylvania law, to discharge a gun, cannon, revolver, or any other explosive weapon at a wedding is illegal.
Well, you know what? Just can't take your gun and shoot because you're excited because someone got married.
That's right.
Yeah, and I think Imp has some also. What are some of yours, Imp?
Oh, let's see. Any motorist driving along a country road at night must stop every mile, send up a rocket signal, wait 10 minutes for the road to be cleared of livestock, and then continue. Fireworks stores may not sell fireworks to Pennsylvania residents.
So if you live in New York, you can go down to Pennsylvania and
buy fireworks. But if you live in Pennsylvania, you can't buy fireworks in Pennsylvania. You have to drive to Delaware.
Stupid. Loser. Okay, more?
Oh, let's see. Any motorist who sights a team of horses coming toward him must pull well off the road, cover his car with a blanket or canvas that blends with the countryside, and let the horses pass.
Can you imagine the traffic jam we would have here on the 405 if we had to do that?
Exactly. Exactly.
It is absurd.
A special cleaning ordinance bans housewives from hiding dirt and dust under a rug in a dwelling.
Oh, God, I'd be arrested.
We can't hide that mess.
You can't hide that dirt underneath the rug. But you know what? You can be shit without a paddle.
It is also illegal to sleep on top of a refrigerator outdoors. Why you would want to is beyond me, but okay.
Who would think of these things?
Someone with too much time on their hands.
Well, it's because they don't masturbate. They don't have the city called masturbation. They have everything else.
They have everything else, but yeah.
Oh,
yes.
They have and what else? Any other absurd laws in Pennsylvania?
Motorized vehicles are not to be sold on Sundays.
You cannot sell your car on Sundays. Okay.
Dynamite is not to be used to catch fish. They had to make a law that says that.
No, but you can dynamite your ex-wife's house.
You can use dynamite for everything else, but don't use it to fish.
Don't use it to fish. The poor fish might die. Oh.
Yes.
Any more weird things?
Ministers are forbidden from performing marriages when either the bride or groom is drunk.
Well, that sure disqualifies most of the people that get married. Listen, we have a statement from the chat room.
Gwiller Mozate asked, do they sell condoms in toll booths?
Oh, Zote.
Yes.
So,
I don't know. You want to start the business, Dr. Steve?
I don't know, but they do sell them in the restrooms, and I should have had Mac email those pictures to me. He has them in his phone.
So they sell condoms in the restaurant?
In the restrooms.
But when you go to Virgin Town, there's no hotel that you can use them at. So is there a
There's
law?
plenty of cornfields.
Yeah, can you fuck somebody in one of those horse and carts things?
You can buy one if you want one. People buy them and use them as lawn ornaments. It's ridiculous. You'll be driving down the road, and these are people who are not Amish, are not Mennonite. They're just regular people, and they will have horse and buggies in their front yard as lawn ornaments.
You know, they've given a whole new name to pony play.
They really have.
I mean, here in Los Angeles, our pony play consists of a really hot-looking chick in a tight outfit pulling a cart. And they've only got 2 legs. But
They take it to a whole new level.
they do. Those pictures, that traffic jam.
Whips and everything.
Well, you know what? That's what you use. Whips are meant to use on horses. They're not meant to use on people.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I happen to enjoy it.
Oh, let's beat her with a single tail. And
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Yeah, she's here. She's going to be at the Lear de Sade this Saturday.
Yes, I am.
You're gonna be dressed up, and
I'm gonna be dressed up.
You're gonna
come back to see everybody.
she is. She's been gone for a little. It was hard when she left. She came to the Lear and said goodbye.
Yes, I did. I cried
She
a
cried.
lot.
Yeah.
People were surprised. They've never seen me do that.
Yeah.
It does happen from time to time.
And she's going to come back, and she's going to come back a couple weeks earlier before the big black tie event.
I'm going to try. I have to talk to Mac yet. I hadn't told him. So thank you for telling him for me.
Hi, Mac.
He's probably going, what, huh? What?
Well, maybe you both will come back. We're going to be dressed. All the men will have to be in tuxedos or black tie. The women will be dressed, and then we're going to have a little play party afterwards. I think that'll be awesome. We'll bring
see.
elegance back to BDSM.
We will see. Mac and I were going to try and come back this fall anyway, so we'll work it out. When I get home, him and I will sit down and we'll see what we can.
Fabulous. And
we can work out.
And if you're in the chat room and you have any, we're putting together the list of the people that we're going to be doing, all the different categories on this award show. And if you have any ideas, please email me, or put them in the form. Somebody go into the form right now and go to the Rev Mel Show and start writing out some of the categories that you guys want to see.
Let us know.
Let us know, because we
can't make it happen if we don't know.
No, we can't make it happen. And, join, blog.
Snap those pictures.
Yeah. Work on the forums. Get your groups. Who's going to be the biggest group? Who's going to be the best group? Start really, really pushing it, because we're going to have a great time at this event.
It is. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and speaking of this event, you know what? If you're a subby girl, let's talk about subby. She has some pet peeves about subbies, don't you? She has. Let's talk about
I have a lot of pet peeves, but,
So we're going to talk a little bit, we're going to get off the subject about Pennsylvania, and we're going to talk a little bit about the submissive's voice. Why is that so important?
You and I have had this conversation many times.
You guys don't have a voice. All I do is beat you, and you do what I tell you to do, and you know what? It's all about me.
That's a nice little bubble.
Yeah, it's all about me.
That's a nice little bubble.
Such an illusion.
Unfortunately, those people who know me know that I enjoy popping bubbles. A lot.
You want to take my cherry?
It's fun. Sure, Mel. Come on. Come on.
I lost my
I'll
cherry.
pop it again.
I lost my cherry in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. So, why is it so important for a submissive to have their voice?
I have had many new submissives talk to me and tell me that either they're afraid to speak up, or they don't know how to speak up, or they don't feel they have the right to speak up. And that bothers me on a level beyond comprehension.
Okay, why does it bother you? I mean, this is a lot of dominants feel that you don't have that right.
A lot do.
Yeah, you don't have the right to say the way that you feel.
I understand that, and perhaps for them, it works. Fortunately for me, I found a dominant that doesn't believe that way.
Yeah.
In our relationship, yes, I am his submissive, 100%. I'm also his partner. I'm also his wife. And things that affect his life ultimately affect mine. Just like things that affect my life ultimately affect him.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. I was on a panel on Saturday at the Ludicide. It was a special event. And Bad Master did this panel, and he had the seven dominants, 2 females and 5 women. I mean, two females and 5 men. And there was this question that was asked: if a dominant asks you to jump into traffic or jump off a bridge, would you do that?
No, I would not.
And it was a really big, interesting question, because some people said, well, if you trust your dominant, then your dominant isn't really going to make you do that. So if Mac, your partner, your lover, your husband, your master, said to you, jump off the local pier, would you do that?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you question it?
I would question it, because ultimately my safety, whether it be physical, psychological, emotional, that's my responsibility. That kind of goes, that's another one of my pet peeves that kind of goes in with the whole submissive voice. People tend to, in this lifestyle, lose their sense of personal responsibility. Just because you're a submissive, one of my favorite phrases, and you've heard me say it a lot, submissive does not equal stupid. It doesn't. It never has.
Or loser.
It never will.
Yeah.
And you can't, everybody is an individual. Everybody has feelings. Everybody has a right to those feelings. And for someone to tell someone else that I don't allow you to feel that way anymore, that doesn't make the feelings go away. That just makes the feelings fester.
So if you're in the chat room and you're listening to this conversation, if you have a comment, please call us at 818-731-7942. We'd love to hear your comments, whether they're negative or positive on this conversation.
Oh, sure.
So it is, could you ever be with a dominant that you didn't have your voice?
No, I couldn't.
But
that was one of the things that attracted Mac and I to each other, because there was a time when I was in a relationship with a dominant who did not allow me to have my voice. And during that time, I was withdrawn from the LA community, who is my family.
yeah.
You know that. There's specific members of the LA community who are family to me.
Yeah.
I was no longer allowed to speak to any of them. I wasn't allowed to go to the lair. I wasn't allowed to have an opinion of my own.